Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna continue working on part 17 of this house build. Let's get started. So in the last video, we were able to finish off the gate. Now we're gonna continue working on this, and what I want to do is to go to level 2, and then here, what I want is to just extend this. So we're just going to extend this all the way there, edit this one, and then change the boundaries to like that. Okay, and then you can extend this one, and then close this if you want. And then now what we're gonna do next is to just extend this one, but with using a model in place. So here we could this is already a model in place, but this one is an exterior wall that we could just push back. So we could trim this out, or we could just drag it. So either way, that will fix the problem or the issue. So now with this one, we could edit in place, go to our south elevation, click here for the elevation, and then we could extend this now. So what I want to do is to have this one all the way extend here, align it here onto this wall, and then align it on top. So everything is nicely added. Edit extrusion, but this one is actually, so we could just edit this one. So delete this, create extrusion, and then pick a plane which we're going to select this wall right here. And then we could just grab it like that, and then grab it like here, and then put 200 here, and then this is for sure 200 already. So click finish, go to 3D to check. So that's fine, I like it there. So we're going to align it onto this wall. There we go. Don't worry yet, because we're going to align everything else here. So it will have its own design right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change this material first. So we're gonna change this to something white as well. So maybe the gypsum. We could just copy this, duplicate the selected material, so it will be 3, and then that's good right there. And then go back to south elevation, because we're gonna create another one. Pick a plane, we're gonna select this plane now, and then now we're gonna tie everything all together by doing this. And then doing this right here. This one should be 200 as well. We could trim and extend all these ones right here, and then let's remove any unnecessary ones like that, and then click finish and go to 3D. We can extend this now all the way here. So now it will be tied right here as well. And then we could change this to the gypsum wallboard number 3 as well. So we could definitely just add all those different materials later on. And then here we have our door in the middle. What I want to do is to extend this one. So we could go to our south elevation. We could revise this if we want to. And then make sure this, we need to cut geometry here in order to revise this. We could extend all the way. We could remove this first and remove this. Change this to curtain wall first, and then we could just click on the way we want to change this. So here I want it to be all the way to the top, so it looks nice. And then curtain grid, add it. We could do 800 from the top, and then we could just divide them properly. So that's divided. If we divide this, is this, yeah, it's good enough. I like the divisions right here. And then right there. What we can also do, if we don't want this, is to add segments. So let me try this one first, because I want this one to be whole. And if I try this one segment, it will be just divided right here. So the top will be all the way, so it looks nicer. Okay, and then once we add mullions right here, so all grid right here, if we check it now in 3D, as you can see, it looks nicer because we have all the way right there. And then we need to lower this a little bit, so that's fine, because if you notice, the ceiling is showing up. So we need to edit that one, and then we need to edit this one as well. Edit footprint, go to level 2, and then extend this one right there. We could delete this and then trim and extend. There we go. So now we could go to south again. So maybe up to level 3, just lower it down. And then even though we have that, as you can see, we still have this nice looking glass all the way. And then we could just make this one the door. So we could even put this one as a door, this one right here, door glass. Make sure to delete the ones on the bottom. Go to level 2 if you want to change the orientation, which we're gonna do it something like that. And then we're going to extend this or move this one all the way to the end. Something like that. And then that looks really good there. extend it all the way so that it looks much better. And then here, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add something right here. I'm also going to have something over here just to extend this one a little bit. So in south elevation, go to component, model in place, generic model, and then here we're gonna do an extrusion, pick a plane and select this wall right here. I'm gonna do it from here, from the border wall, and then I'm just going to put it a little bit at the top. So I think around, yeah, around 700 at the top. Trim and extend. Trim and extend right here. And then delete the unnecessary stuff. The lines right there. So click finish. And then here, we could extend this one a little bit more. And then change the material. We can use this just for placement material, and we're gonna change it later on once we're in Twinmotion. So right there, and then right there. And then if we see it in 3D, and then of course we're going to extend it a bit, right? You can extend it a little bit at the back, and then if you want, just gonna extend it a little bit, just a little bit, so that it doesn't show here. So I'm gonna align it at the back here, align it to this wall. There we go. If you want, if it's this one too much, we could just push it back a bit. We don't need to over that. And then here, push it a bit out to give that distinctive design right there. So at least everything is looking good. And then we could add in the design right here. So go to south elevation, model in place, generic model. Actually, for this one, I think it's easier for us to create a section or to do either east elevation right here. Yeah, let's do an east elevation. I think it's easier for us to do and to manipulate. So we're gonna do this, another model in place, generic model. That's okay. Extrusion, pick a plane. We're gonna use this plane right here, and then change the material again. picking the material is just for my placement. Once I'm in Twinmotion, I'm gonna change all of those. So don't worry about picking different materials. Here I'm going to have something like this, and then another one right here. I want it to be 200 and then 200. Trim and extend. Trim and extend right here. Delete the remaining. I'm going to move this like that, and then I want to have something right here. 200 again, and then trim and extend, and then trim and extend. And then I want it to be mirrored right here. Move it all the way right here. But this one is just an extension. And then click finish. Let's look at it at 3D to see how it looks. I'm gonna lower this one a bit. I want to extend this one to make this one as a design. This one, we can just leave it like that actually. I want to grab this one and edit, and then up to 200 as well, even for this one. So I'm gonna edit extrusion, go back to ease elevation, grab both of this, and then just push it down. There we go. Align it. And then this one is attached as well. I want to make sure that this is all aligned properly. The same thing as the window. So for this window, I want to make sure that everything is aligned. So I'm gonna add this one, another one, copy. So here, I need to go to ease elevation. I want to copy it again. So go 3D. I think I have to keep on doing it. So I'm gonna copy this one. I'm gonna edit. Go to ease. Copy, and then paste. And then now I'm gonna create another extrusion, pick a plane, same thing, and then click finish. Okay, and then create there we go. Click finish. Let's say it's invalid. So if that is it. It's not letting me recopy it. I'm just gonna keep on creating it. So create another one, create another extrusion, pick a plane. Because it's easy to create anyway. So I could just copy the line, knowing that I know which one that I'm copying. Click finish. Go to south and then extend it like that. And then another one. Go to east again. Create another extrusion. It will ask you to pick the plane, just the wall, and then select all of those again. And then click finish. Oh, here we need to select this one. Go to south, and then there we go. So now click on finish. We need to move this one, move this mirror, move this as well. Okay, so now looks like we're good enough there. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to align them. And then see it in 3D. That looks really good. If you want to pull it more upwards, you can do so, but I think this is good enough for me. I like the way this is looking. So we're gonna stop here for now and continue on the next video. Thank you for watching and hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.